It's about that time of day again here, boys and girls. Welcome back. Welcome back. Newsletter time. JJ here. SchoolOfTrade.com. SidewaysMarkets.com is our blog address. Nightly newsletter for Thursday evening, January 22nd, 2015. The 22nd day of the first month of the year 2015. My name is Joseph James, broadcasting live from a beautiful evening here in Los Angeles, California, our corporate headquarters here at School of Trade. Well, did we do well today? Boy, first of all, is there enough volatility for you? I think maybe we need a little bit more craziness right now, right? Guys, if you're not loving life right now as a day trader, you're in the wrong business. This is the stuff we live for, right? Draghi throws the book at QE, and then I was talking to John Henry about this afternoon. How about that inventory report on crude this morning? Yeah, just barely missed expectations by, I don't know, right, 8 million barrels. We were joking around by saying whoever's job is to make sure those numbers come out correct for the inventory report needs to be shown the exit right now, right? You missed it by 8 million barrels. Okay. I must be missing something there. Because, well, I guess that's what happens when you put when you let the government do the work for you, right? They're going to be a little bit off on that. Anyways, tons of volatility today. Tons of tradingable. Boy, look, I'm an English teacher. I'm going to stick to my day job here at School of Trade. Gold hits the first target, but we get a really big clue that gold's probably going sideways. A little bird told me to sell crude. Yeah, just a little bearish on crude. How about that short off the highs on crude, right? Did we think it was going to keep going to 55 today? Hell no, right? Right in that sell zone and smacked right back down. And then not sure, well, we know what's kind of in the pants of the Russell right now. That QE announcement from the ECB, that's what got the Russell going. But that sideways range on the Russell, buy lows, sell highs, buy lows, sell highs. I'll tell you, what an exciting Thursday. This year of 2015 has just been, tons of volatility. Anyways, as you can see, I'm all amped up here this evening. Got an exciting newsletter for you guys for Thursday evening. Getting ready for a big Friday trading session. Before we talk about what's happening for tomorrow, I want to remind you guys, make sure you're watching this video over on our trading blog at SidewaysMarkets.com. If you're on our YouTube page right now, there's a link right below the video, and that'll take you over to our trading blog. Got to watch it for 3 reasons. First, you can download all of my charts and have it ready for you to use tomorrow or tonight or whenever you want to use them. So all the charts I'm going over tonight on the video, you can download by following that link right below tonight's video. Very easy. Second thing, upper left-hand corner, I have a special free pass for you to come out and attend my live trade room as a guest. If you're not a member of School of Trade and you're curious, how do we actually use these levels every day in our live trade room? I would love to give you a rundown of that, show you how we do it here at School of Trade. I get a free pass for you, upper left-hand corner. And then last but not least, just above my ugly mug, pardon the distraction there, you'll see a spot for your name and your email address. Give me your name and your email address, and I'll send you an email every evening right about 8 p.m. Eastern Time when that nightly newsletter is published. So 3 things here, guys. Download the charts for tonight below the video, grab your free pass, and register for our newsletter mailing list. If you register for the mailing list or you grab the free pass, don't forget, I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure that you are not a robot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But we don't send emails robots. Anyways, let's keep going. On to our newsletter. Jumping in here, face first to the Russell. We knew we had a trading range. We knew we had a bearishness to this market. We had the trading range. We get the nice sell off the high, the buy off the low. That's why I said earlier, boy, I mean, this Russell just all over the place. But, hey, if you know what you're looking for, that volatility was excellent, right? Sell the highs, take the profit lows, buy the lows, take the profit of the highs, right? Easy, easy, easy. Now here we are. Now there is going to be a little bit of commotion revolving around this ECB announcement today. And that's what we assume is the kind of the root cause here of this little spike up, right? All the euphoria now, right? They're going to buy bad debt. Obviously, not really sure that's going to last very long, but All we know is trade the chart, right? Trade the chart. What's the chart? Tell me right now. Up at the highs. So right now, ultimately, I'm looking for 3 scenarios. Okay, we're up near the highs of the range. I want to sell these highs. So I'm first going to look for a trap. Scenario number 1, I look for a bull trap. Basically, look for the buyers to try and then fail, and we can sell it right when they fail. Basically, I want to see a candle closing below 86.4. Option numero uno is to sell these highs on a bull trap. Basically, the buyers fail. Okay, just pay attention to that 86.4 area, right? Make sure you get it back below 86. Scenario number 2 would be we don't get a bull trap and it just kind of, fiddles around here and then starts going lower. Retracement, retracement, wave pattern short on the way down. Scenario number 3. If this little honeymoon here continues into tomorrow, which it may happen, right? I mean, we just heard the ECB talk about $60 billion a month in QE, so that'll throw a little spike, right, in this cocktail of ours. So if we do just push higher here, pull back, right? You can look for a short-term buy, but be careful though. Be careful because that 1202 to 1211 area is just a stone's throw away here. So you don't want to buy into this resistance area. You want to buy on a pullback. All right. I am least interested in buying on that pullback. All right. I'm still going to stay a bear. I'll try to ignore what I think is going on out there in this world and just trade the chart. So definitely looking for selling opportunities here. You get 3 easy levels overhead, 4 I should say. We're right at the high of that 89.3 area, so definitely looking for a short here on that Russell. Don't forget you can download all these charts and come out and see me tomorrow morning in the trade room, and we'll walk you guys right through it. Now, looking at a much faster time frame, this is twice as fast now, 32 down to the 16, and you can see Russell is bullish in the short term, but here we go, right? So you can see, if you're bullish, where would you want to buy, right? Because maybe you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Maybe you're drinking the Draghi-aid right now, okay? You're all pumped up buying equities. Okay, perfect. You're a bull right now. I'll play devil's advocate. What am I going to do if I'm a bull right here? I'm not going to buy, I'll tell you that much. Right? You don't want to buy right here at these highs. So if I am a bull, we don't have any choice. We got to wait for price to pull back, right, and then buy it, just like we did on gold, right? Remember gold from last night? Same scenario. So even if you are a bull right now on this Russell, there's no buying opportunities right here. Okay? If you're a bull, you should be taking profit right here, right? Selling out of that position. Take some profit, right? Put some profit in the account. If you're a bear, like I am right now, then we know that we are in a great spot here to be looking for a failure at these highs and to sell it back down. Okay, one thing you could look for here is, this is always a tricky area, up near the highs of a bullish channel, because you got the late adopters coming in late. They're still trying to buy. Meanwhile, you got professionals that are taking their profit. So we tend to get a little bit of this kind of grinding higher up near these highs. What I would look for is, if you're trying to get short, is I would look for the buyers to try and fail. Right? There are 2 ways to get short, in my opinion. You could wait for price to turn around and then sell with retracements, wave pattern short. I think the most effective way to do it would be a reversal pattern short, right? But that, of course, will basically capitalize on the failed buyers. 2 ways to get short. I can look for a sell pattern, or I could look for a failed buy pattern. So think about that, how I could look for buyers failing up at those highs. Okay, so we definitely know we're up near these highs right now. I really don't have any choice besides to sell. I'm either selling out of a position I'm already in, taking profit, or I'm getting short off the highs with a failed buying opportunity. Targets down below, you can see plenty of targets listed below, and I would assume this little this little channel low down here, that'll be an easy target there for a nice big fat runner. So big resistance area overhead. Careful being a buyer at these highs. If you do want to buy, you got to stay patient and wait for that buy on a pullback. Last but not least, our price action chart here on this mighty mini Russell. Price action looks mighty bullish, that's for sure. Doesn't look bearish right now. However, again, kind of going back to what I said before, we don't buy the highs of this channel, so beware being a buyer right here. We call this, if you're a student with me at School of Trade, we call this an overshoot, right? This is a simple channel overshoot. Basically, the buyers are getting a little drunk on the Draghiade, right? They're getting a little overbought right now. I don't like the word overbought, but I do want you to understand that we're due for a correction. And usually when you get an overshoot like this, you'll get an under, right? You'll get an overcorrection. Okay? Just like before, and if you're a student with me, you know this, right? If I am at the highs here right now and I don't want to be a buyer, okay, I can either wait to be a buyer after a pullback and then try to take it back up again. But what I'll look for here is either a reversal pattern, but like I said before, I would love to see these buyers try and then whoops-a-daisy, right, they slip and fall. When the buyers try and fail, you know there are people who bought this sucker right out the gate this morning when they knew about the QE, right? You know there are some bulls out there that are still holding on to their positions right now. And if we start getting a lower low here, guess what? They're going to dump those contracts, and this fuel is going to be thrown in the fire, and this will come right back down. Okay? We're selling the highs with a failure from the buyers, and then take profit at the support levels that you see marked up below, and then be ready to buy it again, right? So look for a failure back down, and then look for those buyers to come back in and take it back up. Little bit of profit taking most likely at the highs, possibly, right? Possibly some scavengers, right? Like I guess I consider myself a scavenger, right? I'm up at the highs there, selling the highs. I'm looking to profit on the misery of the buyers, right? Getting stopped out, things like that. Now again, I do want to finish on this Russell by just saying that there is a little bit of a shot in the arm here because of the ECB. So do not predict. You've got to react. If you want to get short, find a reversal pattern. Make sure you break this trend line first. If you're going to get short off these highs, don't do it inside this short-term bull channel. If you're going to get short off this high, I personally think the best option is to see that break the low of the channel, try, and then again, that's what I'm talking about when I say the buyer's failing, right? Keep a close eye on it. Don't forget, we'll be giving you guys real-time updates on this tomorrow in our trade room. If you need them, come out and join us. How about that gold? So gold, if you took my advice last night, gold gave us a great buying opportunity all the way up to that target. We're definitely bullish on gold. But here we go. We get volume, you can see down at the bottom here, confirming, well, didn't confirm this move higher, right? So we look at this chart and we see, all right, well, we clearly have a bullish trend. There's no doubt about that. We're clearly some bulls here on gold, okay? And now that we hear more about the QE, right? It's hard to imagine that that's not going to continue. Okay, who knows, right? We'll turn to overthink it. We know though that we had this great pullback here. There was a buy zone here on last night's newsletter, so you get a beautiful buy off that buy zone, all the way to the target. But then now we look at the volume, right? Look at the volume. Compare the highs. Compare the highs. Nope. We do not have it confirming. We have lower highs in volume, higher highs in price. I don't like to use the term divergence because it's often misused, and I don't want to confuse you because there's different types of divergence, right? But this is divergence, right? This would be considered regular divergence, okay? Higher highs in price, didn't get the higher highs on the indicator at the bottom. Bottom line, volume confirms the move. It's what we used to be confident in last night's newsletter. 24 hours ago in last night's newsletter, this volume was confirming the move higher. Now we're not seeing it. Bottom line, this tells me that we're probably going to get a sideways range tomorrow. There might be a little bit of analysis paralysis thanks to Mr. Draghi at the ECB. Okay, so bottom line, if you want to be a bull right now on gold, you got to wait patiently, right? If you didn't get in long off those lows from last night's newsletter, now you've got to really wait patient. You've got 1293, 1285, 1279, right? These are areas where we definitely would like to be a buyer. Honestly, though, right now, the way this looks, it looks like we're probably going to get some slop and chop here. But again, knowing that we have that long-term bullish trend, I'm going to err on the side of buying at these support levels. And again, we'll wait and see what tomorrow brings. But this is another one of those markets that's going to be a little bit hungover from the ECB announcement today, right? So if I trade my gut instincts, my gut instinct tells me to go sideways tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a range-bound day. Keep buying those lows, though, right? That's going to be the easier money. And then you can see here again, 16 anchor chart here on gold, right? Gold is definitely running out of gas here, we can see. We got the new higher high, right? We got the new higher high. It was a nice, easy run up to those highs today. Got the higher high, but then you'll notice lower highs, higher lows, right? We can call this a triangle. I don't know if I'd call this a flag, right? Or a pennant. But, bottom line, whatever you call it, we know we're going to continue to buy here 1299, 1295, 1292.9, right? Anyways, all of these green lines below make for excellent buying opportunities. And again, you can see more proof. Line up the highs. And you can see volume does not confirm. So looking at this chart right now, again, I would suggest buying those lows, taking profit up at those highs, and don't overthink this right now because, again, we know we've got that volume confirming. Most likely get a sideways range for the mañana. All right? Moving forward here. Gold is bullish on the price action. Boy, that's strange. Didn't know that. Yeah, so nothing new here. Okay, we are consistent across the board. My price action chart, you'll notice, has very few indicators on it. This is really just tuning into the price action you see. We got this great bull channel earlier today. This is a great example of a bull channel, a break, test the highs. So, in all reality, we are going to try to keep going higher here. But this is one of those examples where do we go before we go higher, right? We know we got the move back to the upside. We're most likely going to get another push higher here. The question I have, though, for tomorrow is do we push higher from 99.4 or do we fade a little bit and then push higher from, say, 93.5, right? That's the tough part. I can't guarantee anything, right? I don't like the word guarantee. I don't like the word can't, won't, right? I don't like those words. They don't really fit well for my attitude as a professional trader. Anything can happen. But, I will stick to my guns here right now on the gold. Everything pretty much the same as we said before. So just keep looking to buy these support levels below. I would say, though, if you get below 1291, all of a sudden these bulls don't look as bullish anymore. So if we get below that 1291, then I'll be looking to sell some retracements. Just make sure you don't sell short above 91. So literally, as we go lower, I'm definitely keeping an eye out here for buying opportunities. I do expect it to be range bound tomorrow. So if you do get long off those lows, right, use the high of that range as your target here for gold. All right. Again, a little bit of a hangover here expected tomorrow from today's ECB announcement. Moving from the gold now to that Texas tea, the black gold, the gold, right? The gold. No, I was just joking with you, right? We got the crude oil futures, 32 anchor chart here. And again, I mean, this was awesome trading today. Today was one of those classic examples where we saw it run up in the pre-market, and then it was just like easy. Just you saw it collapse and reverse all the way back down. We went 3% up and then 3% back down. And of course, I gave you guys in last night's newsletter, I gave you that exact sell zone off that high. I mean, it was almost too perfect, right? Anything more accurate than last night's newsletter, and you would have thought I had a time machine or a DeLorean, right? Grab Marty and we'll go back and call those trades again, right? Awesome newsletter from last night. Great price action today. We're definitely bearish, okay? Newsflash. We're definitely bearish, and if you missed it at the beginning of the video, the inventory report today, right? I mean, this was laughable. They were projecting a 2 million build in inventories. They got a 10 million build, right? That's why I was laughing with John Henry after we finished trading this afternoon. And I said, whoever is responsible for making those numbers needs to be taken out back and shown the business, right? I mean, they need to be escorted out as soon as possible, right? Wouldn't expect anything less from the Department of Energy. I mean, it's almost so bad, it has to be on purpose, right? I mean, how do you make that mistake? Well, I know how you do. You're in politics. You're in the government. That's all they do. Anyways, I'll leave my opinions to myself. But that was kind of a little bit of some humor that was there this morning. We're going, what? How the hell did they miss it that badly? Right? Did you not think were you living under a rock the past 6 months? What's going on? Anyways, newsflash, we're bearish here on crude. I've got sell zones overhead, right? Sell zone, sell zone, sell zone, right? So I think we know what our plan is right now if you're trading the old black gold here, right? New lower lows in price, lower lows, lower highs. You can see a little bit of a short-term channel. We're going to look at that in a minute on a 16 anchor. But we got this long-term channel here, just a beauty. We gotta look at 43 here right now as a target. So I don't think we're going to get there tomorrow, but who the hell knows, right? We're talking about crude. We're talking about here. So looking at sells here, sell, sell, sell. Targets down at the lows, right? Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Wouldn't be surprised. You know, I almost didn't put this level on here. This level right here is suspicious, right? That's definitely suspicious. Remember, you know, these markets are not going to be that easy, right? It was pretty easy today, but you know, historically, markets are built to frustrate us human beings, and what comes easily for humans is oftentimes very dangerous for traders. So I would be more inclined here. I would definitely be loading up on my position short up around this 48.50 area here up top. If we get the reversal off this, though, then wonderful, right? But again, I was tempted to leave that one off there because really the best options here are going to be up around those range highs, like we always say, right? Sell the highs of the range. Moving forward, here's a great looking chart. This really gives you a much better look here at that shorter term channel. And you can see right off the bat here, lower lows, lower highs, right? No real surprise there. We're going to keep on selling at these resistance areas overhead. Now it's just a game of patience right now. Now it's just a game of patience. If we go lower overnight, we've already reacted to this sell zone here. Already got our shorts on from that area. And then wave patterns on the way down. 46.22 will make for a great final target on the way down. Again, don't be surprised, though, if we get another one of those rallies overnight, right, where we jump up and then end up selling it tomorrow morning around the opening bell. So just keep an eye on those sell zones overhead. Look for selling opportunities as we push higher here on crude. And then last but not least here, the price action chart on crude oil. This is a really wide channel here we have, a very wide bear channel. You'll notice the midline right in the middle continues to be respected. So keep an eye on that 50% area of that channel. That will probably continue to be support below and resistance above, right? See that midline? You can use that channel tool in NinjaTrader and add that 50% midline on there. Pretty easy to get it. So keep using that midline, right? Obviously, it can be used as support below and resistance above. I'm sticking to my guns, though, here on crude, looking for selling opportunities at these highs. Remember, we're not just going to blindly sell the highs. We're going to sell with a pattern. But we're going to use these areas overhead as areas of interest, right? Areas of resistance that we want to look to sell. And then, of course, we got a reversal line here. That's a reversal line at 47.12. Swing levels on the way down, right? So reversal line, swing level, swing level. Let's see here. We got 45 a ways down. We shall see for tomorrow. Bottom line right now, though, is keep finding those resistance levels overhead and sell, sell, sell. Take those profit targets off at those lows. Boy, I would love to get this thing all the way back up again. This is just a monster short potential here if we can get it, right? I'd love to see another one just like we saw today, right? All the way up and then all the way back down. We'll see. We shall see. All we can do is just be ready, know where the levels are, right? I can't predict this big move, right? I can't do that. So all I can do is just be prepared, be aware, be awake, and be patient, right? Be patient. I'm not just jumping in short at those red lines above. I'm actually waiting for, and let's see who's paying attention. If I wanted to sell as this price goes higher, what are my two options? If I want to sell these highs, what are my two options? Option number one would be to wait for it to reverse and then use a wave pattern or a continuation pattern back short. But you're getting in a little bit late at that point. What's the better option? You got it. Sell when the buyers fail. Sell when those buyers, the uninformed buyers, when they try to jump on to buy these highs, you're waiting in the wings once you see them get stopped out, and you know where they're getting stopped out. It's very easy to see where their stops will be placed. Think about where you would put your stops. That's where they'll put their stops. And once you see those stops being run, bingo, that's your chance now to jump in and get a little bit better fill, a little bit better entry price up at those highs. Guys, we do this all day, every day with our students here at School of Trade. So if you're wondering, how do I find the buyers failing? How do I look for the traps, right? Come out and see me tomorrow. The best part about this is you don't need to do this on your own anymore, right? I'm here with you. And we have a huge community of students in our trade room that would love to help you every step of the way. Guys, don't forget, before I let you guys and gals go here today, download those charts, grab your free pass, register for the newsletter list, and if you happen to mosey on over here to our website at SchoolOfTrade.com, if you happen to take a gander over here, don't forget, we get a great free trial. This free trial, you're going to learn more in 1 week on my trial for free than you will paying thousands of dollars anywhere else. Don't take my word for it. This is YouTube we're talking about. You can't believe what you see on YouTube, right? I'll prove it to you. And while you're here, don't forget to check out more information about our 3 levels of membership. And we've got someone standing by 24/7, 365 to give you guys some help if you need it. All right, guys? Guys and gals, thank you so much for being here. I don't do my newsletter on Friday afternoons. This is the last one for this, 4th week of the month of January. We got 1 more week next week. Next newsletter will be next Monday, January 26th. You guys be well. Take care of each other, right? And don't forget, protect that capital. My name is Joseph. Thank you so much for being great people. Work hard out there. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Adios, amigos. Bye for now.